Hey guys and guys, it's Nancy and Ritter, the girl in bathroom from Scream, and you're watching Sit Down by the Fire with Eric.
Hi, everybody. This is Eric Virathaler, host of the podcast Sit Down by the Fire, and I'm here with a collaborator, Tate Irons, from the podcast Horror Talks with Tate.
Hey everyone, it's so great to see you guys again, and I'm so happy to be back, and I cannot wait to do this movie review with Eric, and yeah, I'm so excited about this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I definitely greatly appreciate your kind words, and yeah, and it certainly, it certainly is an honor to be talking to you again.
Yeah, it's so great to be back. Thank you for inviting me over again.
Oh yeah, man. Certainly so. So yeah, so we're both here to do a movie review of The Haunting at Jack the Ripper's house. And yeah, and both and both you and I had Jack Hoy and Jack Hyde, and we also had Stephen Staley, and we had Natasha both on our podcast. Just to help spread the word about this movie. And so yeah, so I just thought that it would be a very fitting thing.
Yeah, it certainly is, because like it's so great that we all like had a chat with like Jack Hoy and Jack Hyde and Natasha and Steven, and it just feels great that we're both going to be talking about this movie.
Oh yeah, certainly so. And so yeah, and so yeah, so what were your thoughts on it?
I thought it was like absolutely fantastic because like I love like um haunting videos that I watch on YouTube, like from Mostargy, that explores like haunted mansions, and like it's sort of like found footage, and like I love found footage like the Blair Witch Project, and like seeing this one and that it's about Jack the Ripper. I just thought that's amazing because I the other time I've been learning about the documentary of Jack the Ripper, and it's just like absolutely fantastic that they got to put Jack the Ripper on it. So I really love this movie.
Oh yeah, certainly so. And yeah, one of the things that I loved about it is that I felt like that it perfectly blended the. I felt like it perfectly blended like the traditional narrative film. I felt like that it blended that perfectly in with the found footage genre. But yeah, and just a little bit over 10 years ago, about 14 or so years ago. But yeah, it definitely was at that time that like found footage horror movies, definitely were the dominant ones at that time, which it makes sense, given with how much money, given how much money like that Paranormal Activity made, knowing that they were made for very very tiny budgets, and yet their return profits were extremely high. So yeah, so it made sense why they were really popular for a long time, and then eventually they faded away from popularity, which makes sense because given within the horror genre, it's very common like for there to be trends such as um, such as in the 30s and 40s, you had the Gothic horrors, and then when the 1980s came around, you and then saw all of like Friday the 13th, and then afterwards those stopped being popular after 10 years, and then um, and then come around the 1990s, you and then saw more of the self-aware horror movies, and then it was found footage horror movies and the remake craze and the torture porn craze, and nowadays either it's legacy sequel or like are turning public domain properties into horror movies.
Yeah, that is so correct. Like it's just fantastic how the found footage works, and like found footage is one of my favorite genres of horror.
Oh yeah, certainly. It's just I'm guessing it's just like with like the amateur feel to a found footage movie. It's because usually people who just make movies at home, that they're not trying to be professional about it. You know, it's more so just for like home viewing and all that. And so therefore, with like that amateurish kind of feel to it, I feel like that for the horror, it just adds to it.
Yeah, that is right. Like it totally adds to it. Yeah, yeah, because like the location, like that house, it looks big and um, it's it's like uh because I never thought that it was gonna be like so terrifying than I expected, and yeah, that and like some things like did got me to the edge of my seat.
Oh yeah, certainly
Yeah.
so. And I mean, yeah, and some of the scares in this movie I truly didn't see coming. Well, like about how there was that scene like with the knife in the movie, and how and then all the characters thought it was one of the other characters, and then it wasn't. And yeah, and yeah, and one of the things that I said in my trailer reaction, like some parts of this movie kind of gave me the Evil Dead vibe. I don't know, I don't know if that was the vibe that you got out of it.
I think it certainly was like how we saw in the trailer that the character that Kelly Ryan Sanson played, and it's like she got possessed, and um and like she did so good performing of like her being possessed. It's like fantastic.
Oh yeah, certainly so. And yeah, and one of the things that I also give praise to this movie, it's like with some of like with the cinematography in this movie, like especially at that one scene like where all the characters are about to enter the house, and then you would then get all of the close-ups of the characters. It's just the way how they did the close-ups. It just it just had that really eerie feel to it.
Yeah, yeah, it certainly did because it's like amazing how like there's like lots of jump scares and it's just fantastic how they create this movie.
Yeah, certainly so. And yeah, and the one like who did all the cinematography in this movie, yeah, like bravo. I mean, like they did an incredible job. And yeah, I also love the pacing of this movie. I never once ever felt like that I never felt like that I ever needed to check my watch.
Oh yeah. So yeah, yeah, that's so true. Um, yeah, because like Natasha and Steven, like I just never thought they did so great on this movie because this is actually their first movie that they directed, I think, and it's just
I think so, yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, yeah, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, and and knowing that this was their first time directing a movie, and that they did this good of a job, it's like, it's like I definitely want to see a heck of a lot more out of these people.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I think I just saw that they're thinking of doing a Christmas horror movie. Um, and but I don't know the release date just yet, but like it will be out soon.
Oh well, I actually haven't heard anything about that. And so, and so yeah, and so that is completely new to me.
Yeah, it is new, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I guess out of curiosity, I know that we're getting just a little bit off topic, but have they said as to what kind of horror movie that it will be? Like, will it be like a ghost horror movie or a zombie movie or what?
Um, I think what I've heard, because when I saw their story on like Total Entertainment when they were filming, I think this Christmas horror movie might be like something about Krampus. So I
Okay.
think this is going to be amazing.
Well, that definitely would be interesting because but yeah, I actually do know that Steven actually did do a Krampus movie before, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I haven't seen most of the movies. I've only seen like Mouse of Horrors, Hook, and um, I'm still trying to see the others so that I can like know their movies and like. But yeah, I think it's so cool. Like they're doing a Krampus one.
Yeah, and and I guess that would make sense, considering that the character of Krampus actually is in the public domain.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, Krampus is like n- Krampus is like a famous like creature that comes around every Christmas, and like
hmm
yeah, there's like multiple Krampus movies.
There are, yeah, and there are, yeah. But anyways, we are getting off topic. And so let's get back on the topic of the haunting at Jack the Ripper's house. But yeah, originally I do know that this movie was called Viral Haunt, and then they changed it to The Haunting at Jack the Ripper's house. I mean, I think I can see why that they changed the title. I mean, considering that this movie does take place at Jack the Ripper's house, and clearly there's a lot of haunting in it. So I can understand why they changed it. But yeah, Viral Haunt's definitely, much shorter of a title. So I am curious as to why that they changed it. I mean, maybe it's because of that logic that I thought of about it, but yeah, but I guess I'll just have to ask them about it.
Yeah, yeah. Cause like I had a feeling, cause like I mean, I think the title called The Haunting at Jack the Ripper's House is like really good if it's about Jack the Ripper. And like the first time I noticed that, cause like when I was doing a story that I'm very excited to see the movie, Natasha Tostini like reminded me that they changed the title to The Haunting at Jack the Ripper's House, and I thanked her for letting me know. So I think I think it does make sense of how they changed the title.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned about how she told you she changed the title because yeah, that's the exact same thing that she told me.
Yeah, so it's just fantastic.
Oh, it is, yeah, and yeah, and the more that I think about it, while it did catch me off guard when they changed the title, but I definitely would say that I think it's a very, I think that it's a title that fits.
Yeah, it totally is. Like it totally fits the movie. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, 'cause like I mean, I love Jack the Ripper, so I like
Mhm.
because like it did got me into knowing that the movie's about Jack the Ripper. So yeah.
Oh yeah, certainly so. And one of the things that I noticed about the movie, I actually just got done watching it not too long ago, but I noticed that with Jack Hoy's character, I mean, maybe it's just a coincidence, but I definitely got a lot of vibes off of King Kong from it, like, such as with the character, like, I think his name was now more so in the Peter Jackson one. He was the one like who was played by Jack Black. About how he more so cared about the fame and attention and the money rather than the well-being like of all the characters in it. But yeah, it definitely got gave me a lot of King Kong vibes. And yeah, and if you see the Peter Jackson version of King Kong, and then if you compare Jack Black's character, like with Jack Hoy's character, and it's a coincidence, it's because of both actors like are named Jack, just a huge coincidence. But yeah,
Yeah.
that more than likely is just a coincidence. But yeah, but I just really couldn't help, I just really couldn't help. I'm like, but just get those King Kong vibes.
Yeah, yeah, that's so true. Cause like cause like all he cares about is just making the video of the haunting video, except for just getting out of the place and like yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, and I mean, even when one of the characters dies, all that he cares about if they caught that on camera. And there's also that scene earlier in the movie, like where Jack Hoy and Jack Hyde's characters like are arguing more so on the ethical level, well, like about how is this really the right thing for us to do, like to be lying to people about it,
Yeah,
and yeah, and yeah, and I loved how they did that, honest, because I feel like that's an ethical commentary, like about how people get really greedy about money and fame, like where people will take it pretty far, just so that they can have all that fame and fortune. When I feel like that foreshadows a quote, that there actually was one time when Jim Carrey made a quote that said, I feel like that everybody should get rich and famous just so in that way they can see that it's not, like that's not all that it's, you know, on like that people hype it up too much and that it's really not as cracked up as they say it is. That's saying a lot coming from Jim Carrey.
exactly. Like that's why like just like if you know you're in danger, all you have to do is just get out of there. Like I would do that if I was the character that Jack Hoy plays.
Yeah, certainly. And knowing that even with all that danger, all that he cared about like was, like, oh, do we catch that on camera? Where and then yeah, and then there's that one part where like he's berating Natasha's character, making her feel bad. I mean, he straight up makes her character cry, and he doesn't show
Hmm.
a single care in the entire world. I'm like, it's sad because I actually can see people like, I actually can see people like that doing stuff like that in real life.
Yeah, yeah, that's so true. Like, because like I do feel bad for Natasha's character, like not like feeling very upset the entire movie. It's just very sad, but like it's so good how they made that movie, like getting that feeling, and it's just amazing how they worked on it.
Oh yeah, certainly so. And I also got to say that the acting in this movie was incredible.
It was like everything was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, like I loved all the intensity, like in Jack Hoy's character. It's like you can see the passion, and then can see the narcissism, like in his eyes, and you also can feel all the horror, like in Tasha's acting, and yeah, and you can feel all the horror from all the characters. I mean, even during those scenes, like where Jack Hyde's character is getting upset, like you can feel it. And spoiler alert, for that twist ending, like with Jack Hyde's character, I genuinely was
Mm.
not expecting that.
Yeah, I was not expecting it as well. I was like, no way.
Yeah, and I definitely got a lot of Ghostface vibes out of that, and I can't help but wonder if that was intentional or if it was just a coincidence.
Yeah, yeah, it did sort of remind me of Scream because like in the Scream, you have to find out like who was the killer the entire time, and like they soon reveal it at the end, which is totally incredible.
And yeah, and also at the same time, you completely understand why, you completely understand the motives behind Jack Hyde's character.
Yeah, yeah, like he's not happy about like after the argument with Jack Hyde and Jack Hoy's character, and yeah, yeah, I had a feeling because um it's hard thinking like who's right. I have a feeling it's Jack Hyde's character that's telling the right thing. Like maybe because like if they're getting hurt, then like yeah, I think he was right. Mm.
Yeah, and I feel like that's one of the things. that can make the sorry that's one of the things that can make this film engaging. It's like, do you side with Jack Hyde's character, or do you side with Natasha's character? And yeah, and yeah, and it makes it a lot more nuanced, and it makes it a lot less black and white. Where yeah, like where I think that that can add to the rewatch value to it. Where and then you then can invite friends over, and then after the movie's done, you and then can get all these various perspectives about it.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, because it's just absolutely fantastic. Um, like it's like how they did, they did the Paranormal Activity style, and like spoiler alert, like how they have cameras around the place. It's just like fantastic.
Oh yeah, certainly. And I mean yeah. And so, what would you say that you liked most about this movie?
Um, I think what I like most about this movie is like because it's all about YouTubers exploring a haunted place, because because of how I watched a lot of haunted adventures videos on YouTube, and I really enjoy watching them and how these paranormal activities happen, and
Hmm.
seeing a movie that's like that, it just feels amazing, and it's it's like you're watching a movie of how a filming of a haunted exploring got wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
certainly. And but yeah, and I mean, this film definitely is the perfect commentary, like about like all of the negative consequences, like of greed, and I feel like that this movie definitely could be the textbook example. Uh, 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 it definitely could be the textbook example of all that, and just knowing that we all know for the people from this movie, I feel like it definitely made it a much different experience, like actually watching this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I have a feeling people should totally watch this if they love these kind of vibe for it. It's just everything is fantastic.
Oh yeah, certainly. And and it's funny because I met people say, "Oh, horror movies can't have deep commentary meanings." I'm like, okay, give this movie a watch then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That I totally agree. Cause I mean, people, most people might like it because they will know Natasha from the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey movies, and yeah, yeah, and I hope that I really hope that the movie gets lots of support, and hopefully they will be able to make more movies.
Yeah, and yeah, and and that's exactly why that we have our podcast. Just trying to help spread the word about their movies. It's because that you know, it's because people need to realize that all these popular brand horror movies that they got there because of your support.
Yeah, yeah, they totally did. Because I've been supporting them for so long, since I started doing this podcast over a year ago, and um, it feels fantastic, all like how I'm chatting with them, and telling them their movies are doing good, and they're very happy that I enjoyed The Haunting at Jack the Ripper's house.
Oh yeah, certainly. So,
Yeah.
and honestly, I'm not saying this just because I know some of the people associated with this movie, but honestly, this was one of the best horror movies that I saw this entire year.
Yeah, 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 it is. Because I don't know if you realize that that Core Entertainment has a website, and when I had a look at it, I was on the review I was on the review table along with 50 Shades of Tay and Killjoy Jake.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and and the one that has me on it, it was saying that The Haunting at Jack the Ripper's house is one of the most anticipated horror film of the year.
Awesome. And so I'm guessing because you're in Australia and they're in the UK, was this something that was done online?
Yeah, that was something that was done online. Cause, 'cause yeah, mostly like we normally like have a chat online and um c- and like ha- because like before that is because before I did the interview with Stephen and Natasha, I did an interview with just Natasha, which was mostly about like the other movies. Um, and yeah, like doing an interview with her again along with Stephen was very amazing, and it it just feels so great how we're always having a chat.
Oh yeah, certainly so.
Mhm.
Well, anyways, I don't want to make this too long because I don't want to take up my viewers. Well, not just my viewers, but yours as well. But yeah, I don't want to take up our viewers too much time. But yeah, so are there any final words that you would want to say about this movie?
Um, so, so, so yeah, so everyone, you need to see this because it's so amazing, and you guys need to support Toy Entertainment. And the movie is only available on Tubi, so be sure to check it out, and hope you guys enjoy it.
Oh yeah, certainly so. But yeah, thank you all for watching. You all have a fantastic day.
Yeah, see you later, everyone.